injury in the autumn at Norwich. Can he be the man to pull Arsenal out of this mess? Replacing Joel Campbell. Walcott Paddy. It's certainly worth another look. Well, just on the edge of combustible nature of his. Nature of his. To English football, I remember there was one down. I guess the dive. To English football, I remember. There was one down. I guess the dive. There was one down. I guess there was one down. Koscielny. By Ramsey. Sanchez behind Ozil. Kept in by Willian. Koscielny is very speedy. Check. Slide that out to Monreal. Lofted out there, but got there, and he found Alexis Sanchez, who's brought renewed hope. And why not with ambition like that? Ozil. Covered by Terry. Back by Ramsey. Trying to follow Sanchez's lead now. Ramsey on. He hates not playing. He's old school, if you like. He would have said to the manager, I'm fit enough to start today. And he'll be determined to make full use of every minute he gets back in the Premier League today. And that could be very good news for Arsenal. And it could spoil Chelsea's position here. Ozil looks up. Courtois. Oh, it's dropped. Azpilicueta, and surely Sanchez had the chance to turn it in. So too did Gabriel. Arsenal looking suddenly dangerous. Alexis Sanchez. Walcott leaving it for Ozil. In the end, it's Ivanovic who lets it run.
He's trying to let it go out, but been short, lacking a bit of composure in the box. You think of Joel Campbell swinging at one early on in this match.
Yeah, right in the first attack. That shows it's by no means done and dusted for Chelsea here. Forward by Monreal, defended by Zoom.
It's been a good spell. Arsenal trying to wrestle the initiative here. It does coincide with Sanchez's introduction.
Huiterdink normally relaxes, or outwardly relaxes, coming back in the dugout. Just had a word, those players moved out. And recognise he's not happy with the last 10 minutes or so.
I think he loves the sound of booze in these circumstances, the pantomime villain.
Fabregas. Zuma. Ivanovic. Well, you can be sure that Chelsea thought about all sorts of scenarios coming here for this big game, particularly in their position 14th. They wouldn't perhaps have envisaged Arsenal losing a player after 18 minutes and trying to have a game plan against 10 men for the vast majority of the game. And this is some times where they're not all quite on the same wavelength, whether to keep the ball, whether to keep attacking. Bellerin. Sanchez, can he shift it and shoot? To be fair to Matic, he knew that's what he was going to try and do, and it was Matic's stronger side that Sanchez looked to kept in by Bellerin. And reduced the corner for Arsenal.
Good contest between those two flyers, Bellerin and Azpilicueta. They're giving it everything here, the home team.
Taken by Ozil. Courtois claims it, and he makes that look so easy. Chelsea player who is injured.
Well, Remy's about to come on. I wonder whether to join Costa or replace him. Chelsea's Egyptian. The last one we're going to see is Diego Costa. Maybe just jarring his knee.
Feeling the hamstring, which of course he has had problems with in the past. Loic Remy believes that the scorer of the potential match-winning goal the typical alertness to the box, not worrying about the swing and the miss.
No, one of
He's
those
on the move again.
One of those you take a great deal of satisfaction from. In a crowded penalty area, you're there first to the ball. Sigma striker.
Replaced by 18, Loic Remy.
Well, Mertesacker couldn't handle him. The others, Mertesacker left behind, couldn't mark him. Arsenal 0, Chelsea 1. Head for the concluding chapters here. Arsenal still looking for a happier end.
Replaced by 18, Loic Remy.
Gallery. Remy's got a very good record of getting goals as a substitute. Mertesacker couldn't. The others, Mertesacker left. Still looking for Remy. He scored the last goal of Jose Mourinho's second spell, wasn't enough. He must be offside here.
Could have gone for it. I think he might have been back to left it.
So, must be anonymous. Remy. Been some Arsenal complaints. Stood. Remy's forward run is still emptying the play, but Koscielny is a hero in the past in these kind of situations. He'll take a risk, throw himself into a penalty area when the corner comes in, and might just be the kind of guy who could get out. A point which they would love now from this difficult game as it's turned out against their London rivals. William darting through the centre. Complaints there. Still a point which they would love. Ivanovic. Right. Arsenal now from this difficult game as it's turned out. William. Now Fabregas back to William again. Ivanovic. And Costa to try and hit in the centre now though.
He's to keep the ball. Yeah, they'll be pleased with this little spell. Back at the back. Still a fair bit of defending. That's 15.
Matic. This will just have to sit in again. Ooh. Mikel meant to do that. It would be red, but it's only yellow.
It's the right arm of John Obi Mikel. Sanchez around the corner.
Just to try and put to the centre now, though.
Bend him off and it hits his face.
Wasn't really. This will just have to sit in again. Ooh. Just to try and put to the centre now, though.
Bend him off and it hits his face.
Feel, but he knew. Wasn't really. This will just have to sit in again. Ooh. Just to try and put to the centre now.
Bend him off and it hits his face.
Feel, push his way in front of William to get there.
I think we're going to see slow change.
He knew.
The ball just called him back.
About looking for another Premier League double. Forwarded his new address to his supplier. Nice work from Alexis Sanchez. Here's Bellerin, two of the real optimistic Arsenal players in these circumstances. Sanchez. Bounces behind the goalkeeper. Thinking time.
Well, they're giving it a good go in this second half. Arsenal, but still to test Courtois.
Awkward fall for Ivanovic. More, I think, to try and influence the referee to get into the free kick. Theo Walcott has more, I think, to try and last player to score. Against Chelsea for Arsenal, of course, that was in the Community Shield this season. Replaces the last player to score in a league game against them 3 years ago, and things at the moment look as though that awful run is going on from Arsenal's perspective. Still more than 15 minutes to go, though. Monreal. It's Fabregas. Sanchez fighting tooth and nail. Mikel. Well offside. Renick. Linked a few times with replaces the last ever score in a league game. French connection there, Arsene Wenger.
Yeah, Ramsey just trying to nick the ball. Thought he did get a piece of it.
Not a bad substitute to bring on in these circumstances. Been back in training, Eden Hazard. Not been out for as long as Alexis Sanchez. But hasn't had anything like that which brought him so many individual awards. As Chelsea won the League and the League Cup in the last campaign.
Well, his teammates have shown the way forward today. Quite a few.
About a temptation for Hussering to start Hazard when Pedro anything like that which brought him so many individual awards. About a temptation for Hussering to start Hazard when the last one was when he fumbled in and saved penalty. Pedro anything like that which against Crystal Palace, which won them the league. Still stuck on 49 Chelsea goals, but it might have an opportunity here to round it up. Good in there. Goes out off Matic. Chelsea need to keep concentrating.
The last one was when he fumbled in.
Aaron Ramsey. In the men they haven't called, so they're still in with a shout.
Need to keep concentrating.
Did well to make something of that. To force Azpilicueta into giving away that corner. It was a nice ball by Sanchez.
Short corners on here. Chelsea a bit back on their heels. Ozil. And it's banged away by Terry. Could produce an equaliser for Arsenal. By Terry. Chelsea have just had to scramble it away, but only a couple. Sensibly, Arsenal give him the ball. Reverted into Flamini. A couple of minutes ago, Ozil through the centre. Sanchez. Players over. Bellerin. And of course, criticising the fight by Jose Mourinho for not defending as a wide man should. The defensive slot here. Ozil. Sustained pressure. Arsenal, Ozil trying to just fire it across so that Monreal might have got in front of Ivanovic.
Well, they really shouldn't have got out of that corner, should they? It was 3 against 2 down on this near side, but Sanchez, typically inventive.
Sanchez again. Very quick covering by Koscielny. Ozil wins the header against Ivanovic. Chance for Arsenal just to squeeze Chelsea in here. Maybe win some possession higher up the field. More than that, they get a throw. Named by Ivanovic. Gabriel. Man, we can block off the avenues. Bellerin doing his best to prove that a wrong philosophy, but he's lost out to Hazard. Fabregas. 4 Chelsea players forward here. And you won't get that. Taking care with the final pass. So a bit caught betwixt and between whether to defend the 1-0 or to leave a gap. Here's Mikel. Fabregas, I think he's in the camp. Let's get a second. Chelsea have won here. Beaten Arsenal away 4 times in the Premier League under 4 different managers. Mourinho 2009, as we mentioned earlier, Peter Hiddink. He'll be the first to do it twice. Liquetta will want me to tell you they also won a League Cup game here. He scored his first Chelsea goal. Zuma. 8 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Chelsea closing in on the points in the Premier League. dropped to again. It was Flamini, but it didn't, and it's not a corner, it's a goal kick.
It's a lovely ball, this. And Monreal just bored.
See fans who've not got tickets here hiding behind the sofa watching these last few minutes. It'll be a prestigious win, a needed win in the league table. But, if they do get across the line, the lead's still intact. It might have been, if you like, at a sprint. And here comes Sanchez, leaving Ivanovic. And Bellerin. Arsenal fighting hard. If you're going to be champions, you've got to try and get something when the odds are stacked against you. There will be difficult days, and this has been one of them from the moment Mertesacker got sent off. Fabregas. Huserik was pointing his players to go forward. Has done that. Finding it. You can give it here to Remy, if you give it back to Willian. Again, not quite that cutting edge that Chelsea would have had in their title winning season. And these late match nerves have been abolished, would never have come into play, but they are nervy at the moment.
They do win at Chelsea. They've won it in the first 20 minutes, haven't they, in the main when they started the better team when Arsenal were far too open and these players were dictating it. Get the foul, sending off, and shortly after they get the goal.
Remy. A piece of key ball. Needed for Chelsea, you feel. There might be as many as 5 added minutes. Koscielny, Ozil, Mikel. Then comes the point where you just take a risk and stick another player upfield and say, well, we might as well lose 2-0, have a chance to. I would have thought it might have come a bit earlier than this.
Oh, yeah. If it's going to come, I think we would have seen it by now.
Yeah. And Leicester improved their goal difference against Stoke yesterday. In the end, it might come down to that, but points are what mattered. Sanchez. Now Monreal. Doesn't reach Ozil. Sanchez having his shirt pulled by Remy. Oxlade-Chamberlain. He's in there again. Ozil, find a shot. Can he find a, draw a foul? He hasn't been able to do that either. That's the more likely scenario. Slow to pick himself up. Arsenal picking themselves up again into these 5 extra minutes. Saying he was fouled, but the focal point about the hand ball now. But again, Willian getting up and down, never seems to stop running. Might not be his day. It's been his, possibly. What a great season he's had. Same old. Different set of circumstances. For Arsene Wenger, those maybe early years of his management when Arsenal with a bogey side to Chelsea. Distant memories. Lifted forward by Terry. That will use up a few more seconds. Really good ball into his path. Hazard. To put Remy in here. He stumbled. The find from Koscielny. On to Ramsey, trying to get Monreal forward. Arsenal pressing high now, they've got to. Hazard. He won't catch that. He saw to that. He just tweaked something, a bit slow to pick himself up. Possibly just fatigue. It's been, of course, an extra shift for all these Arsenal outfield players since the red card. There's a spare pursuit. Leicester will be top of the Premier League tonight. And Chelsea now have the chance to wrap it up eventually. And again, Hazard, I don't know whether Remy's picked up a notch since he's come on, but he's certainly not looked the player he can be with these late chances.
Well, Chelsea don't need to make it an open game, an end-to-end one in these last moments.
Eyes on the clock. Famous clock end here, always involving Arsenal. The end that Chelsea are attacking here. Now it's Willian who's been amongst the goals this season, but again it stays at 1-0, 2 minutes left.
This half for the Chelsea lads, but that was certainly one of the best.
Well, most of them have come in the last 5 minutes, as you would expect, because Arsenal have pushed players on. Koscielny's playing up front. And heads on. Alexis Sanchez chases. Ivanovic hits it in the right direction. This does Mikel for Chelsea. Check. And the chance to go up for any late corner. Cluster of Chelsea players. Ivanovic, well, they can play on despite the chance for a crowd because it's fallen for Ramsey. That's a corner of Zuma. The check going to come? Surely. What a story this would be. Come on, big man. Let the get back. If that had been kept in, Chelsea had lots of options to maybe in a simple second.
40 seconds.
Here's Monreal. In the middle. Sanchez is there. Beaten by the bounce today of Remy's ounce of energy. Well, Chelsea are out of the title race. But they're still able to affect it. Puts Hiddink, one here in his first spell in charge. He's done it again. Whoever then, they haven't conceded a goal. It all turned really against Petr Cech's new club when Mertesacker was sent off after 18 minutes. Diego Costa was the player brought down, and he brought down Arsenal in the scoring sense.
We remain unbeaten under Gus Hiddink and unbeaten in 9 since 2011 against Arsenal. We'll have